Let's see how the little cripple hops around after this, my stepbrother said, before smashing my prosthetic leg to pieces. The day before my dance competition, I woke up at 6 in the morning with this pit in my stomach. I reached over to check on my prosthetic leg, and it wasn't there. I grabbed my crutch and started hobbling through the house, checking every spot my stepbrother Connor had hidden it over the past 18 months. The garage, the basement, behind the washing machine. I hobbled past his bedroom door and heard him snoring like nothing was wrong. I checked the backyard, the closets, under every bed in the house. I made my way out back to check the shed. I opened the door and my whole body went cold. My prosthetic leg was lying in the dirt in pieces. The ankle joint was shattered. The socket was cracked in half. The footplate was bent completely sideways. He didn't hide it this time. He destroyed it. 3 years ago, I lost that leg in the car accident that killed my mom. I spent 2 years in physical therapy learning to walk again. Then another year learning to dance on my prosthetic when every doctor told me I never would. Tomorrow's competition was the same one my mom won 20 years ago, and I was supposed to honor her memory by dancing in it. My dad saved for an entire year to buy me this prosthetic. It wasn't just a leg, it was my entire recovery. Connor had been tormenting me since the day his mom married my dad a year and a half ago. The first few months it was just jokes when no adults were around. Hoppy, peg leg, why do you walk like a broken robot? Then he started hiding my prosthetic in the morning so I'd be late for school. I'd hobble through the house on my crutch for 20 minutes while he watched from the couch, and I'd finally find it stuffed behind the water heater or behind a bush in the backyard. When I told his mom, she said, maybe if you kept better track of your things, this wouldn't happen. A few months later, he started telling kids at school that I faked my disability for attention. Rumors spread that I could walk fine without the prosthetic. When I came home crying, his mom said, kids are cruel. You need thicker skin. Then came the day he cornered me in the hallway and said, you know the accident was your fault, right? Your mom would still be alive and you'd still have a leg if you hadn't distracted her. You killed her and you can't even walk right anymore. I locked myself in my room and sobbed for hours. When my dad asked what happened, his wife jumped in before I could answer. Connor's just lashing out because he feels like an outsider. My dad looked at me, looked at his wife, and said nothing. When I qualified for the competition 2 months ago, Connor was furious. His mom told my dad she was sick of hearing about this stupid dance thing. The week before the competition, Connor filmed me struggling down the stairs on my crutch and sent it to his group chat with the caption, she's literally so dramatic. My dad found out and told him to delete it. That was it. No punishment, no consequences, just delete it. I sat in that shed holding the shattered pieces of everything I'd worked for and sobbed until I couldn't breathe. My dad came home early from his business trip just to watch me dance. He walked in the door and found his wife rubbing Connor's back at the kitchen table, while Connor fake cried about how it was just a prank. My dad asked where I was. His wife rolled her eyes and said, out back throwing another tantrum. He walked through the house and into the yard, opened the shed door, and found me curled up on the ground with my shattered prosthetic clutched to my chest. I looked up at him and said the only words I could manage. I can't dance for mom. He broke it and I can't dance for mom. My dad stared at me for a long moment, then walked back inside without saying a word. I grabbed my crutch and hobbled after him. By the time I reached the kitchen, he had Connor's phone in his hand and was connecting it to the living room TV. What are you doing? Connor's mom asked. Sit down, my dad said, both of you. The screen lit up with a video of Connor holding my prosthetic like a trophy. Then it cut to him in our shed holding a hammer, standing over my leg with this huge grin on his face. Competition's tomorrow, he said to the camera. Let's see how the little cripple hops around after this. Then he brought the hammer down over and over, laughing the whole time. When the video ended, my dad turned to face them. He's out of this house today, he said to Connor's mom, or you both are. She started making excuses immediately. He's just a boy. He didn't understand. He needs therapy, not punishment. My dad held up his hand. 18 months of excuses. My daughter is holding her leg in pieces. We're done. Connor and his mother moved out that week. The prosthetic company overnighted me a loaner when they heard what happened. I knew I didn't have a chance of winning, but I got 3rd place on a leg I'd never trained on, and I know my mom was proud.